What do you want to talk about?
Burger freak, he's burger freaking. Burger freak, they're really yummy. Yow. You can use that one if you like.
Oh
That's
no.
staying in. That's going.
Alright, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 10.
Yeah.
Today on the show we have the burger freak himself, Guy. You going, bro?
How you doing? Killed up.
We thought today, Guy didn't realise he was doing this today, so
He
it's
did.
a bit of a shock for him, but we've thrown around a few ideas of what we'd like to do on the podcast later on down the track that will be involving our mate here. So we thought, fuck it, he can come on and have a chat and you can all get to know the bloke, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the sexy beast.
The man behind the burger.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, go for it, mate.
Yeah. So I am the burger freak guy. I'm a chef, doing this stuff for a while, and recently, since all this COVID shit's been going down, I've been working out of a little cafe around the corner from here in Belvedere, F5, and been smashing patties and slinging out burgers.
And they're fucking lovely too.
And they're kicking off, yeah. So as well as cooking everything else that they do and all the breakfasts and bits and pieces.
We just had a double cheeseburger before this and it was fucking delicious.
It's fucking lovely.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, cool.
I could easily go another one,
Yeah.
two, whatever.
So so I've decided to get my shit together and get a brand going, and we're going to pop up at F5 5 nights a week, as well as still running the kitchen at F5 7 days. And basically the idea is a kind of horror, kind of metal, our style burger joint. We do just sick burgers and shakes and fried chicken and whatever else I feel like cooking up.
All the food you shouldn't eat too often, but
Yeah,
we're gonna
definitely.
eat it anyway. We're gonna eat it anyway.
definitely cheat day material.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're not holding back. We're just going to go hard, sort of over the top burgers, a lot of stunt burgers, people like to call it, as well as a bunch of desserts and stuff as well. So should be pretty badass.
Are you guys making the desserts down at the moment?
Yeah, we make everything. That's, I think, what sets us apart. I'm a chef. I've been doing this for a long time, and I pride myself in making as much of the ingredients as possible, the sauces, everything. I mean, we buy the buns. We don't have the facility to bake our own buns yet. And we buy in frozen chips. But apart from that, we try and make just about everything. And yeah, that's kind of the difference between us and a lot of the other places, I guess, around where they're big and they're pumping out tons of board and stuff. We're able to really make it all ourselves while we're small enough anyway.
I remember having a burger down at F5 before they started using your smash patties.
Yeah.
And they were like perfectly formed circles. I don't know if they use a burger
Oh,
press
the
or...
frozen ones that they...
No, because I was there and one of the lads down there was just like finished making them and he put them all into the fridge or something.
Yeah.
Or he was getting ready to freeze them, I don't know. But it was alright, but there's definitely a quality difference in the food since you guys have been there.
So the beef itself is all Australian grass-fed beef, which was quite important to me. The butcher, 2 doors down, what is he, Artisan Gourmet? Steve, I know him as Steve. He hooks it up. He so we've worked on the grind or the blend, whatever you want to call it. It's a brisket chuck blend without giving too much away. Quite a decent amount of fat through that. I think it's about 25%. And yeah, just smash them on a nice hot grill and get that crust, and they go in all of our burgers. We don't really do the overly smashed burger like you see a lot of nowadays, where they're like super crispy and almost like, I think they would call it a lattice burger, where it's just like super crispy on the edges. It's not my thing. I like it to be a bit thicker and a bit juicier. So yeah, that's what we're going for.
We actually we got the Burger Freak stamps on the
Oh yeah,
packaging today. It actually looks good.
Yeah, it's
really good.
Yeah. No, it looks good. It'll be good when you get going.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, Jen can chuck up some photos. It's his turn to edit this week, so I have no internet until fuck knows when.
Yeah.
But he can chuck up some photos, show the people, make them all fucking hungry. Like every time he comes down, he'll send me a photo. It's like, fuck you. It's like, oh yeah, here's what guy cooked us up this week.
Yeah.
Photo of their food. It's like, it's
I'm
tempted just to jump in the car,
I sent him
fucking drive down to get one.
There's a couple of days there I sent him a burger, one a day, and that Friday night we sent him another one. It's fucking delicious.
Yeah, I mean, I went out and got the new phone just to get some half decent photos because the old phone wasn't looking too good.
Yeah.
And it's got a function on there that just makes it easy. So I just try and get a bit of sunlight and
I think they
take
have
a
to
snap.
because everyone's taking so many photos of their food before they eat it and putting it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like the call for a good camera, like on the spot for your phone, I think had to be. So you don't need to go out and spend $2,000, $3,000 on one of those big fucking monstrosity things. You can just whip it out of your pocket.
That's it. It's handy as just pull it out and cha-ching and yeah, off you go.
Yeah.
Get it up on Instagram and social media, whatever.
So you mentioned that the sort of horror themed, metal themed. So what kind of metal you get into, mate?
What?
Or not so much kind, but list off some bands.
Yeah, like I'm a huge fucking Tool fan, as you both probably know. I still listen to all the stuff I listened to when I was a teenager. I think that sort of new metal. It's the same stuff.
Same for us. We've gone over that before, and a lot of what we listened to is what was coming out when we were growing up.
Yeah, I don't think it's all the same stuff. Yeah.
See, I could never get into Tool.
All right.
Like for anyone like me who just was like, "What's the hype? What album would you suggest I go listen to?" To be like, "All right, I'm gonna see what the fuck guys on about."
I don't know. Probably Anima or Lateralis. Those are the two that define Tool. I think because they. Well, for me, because I don't know how old I was. Probably. I don't know, 13, 14-ish when Lateralis came out, and I'd only just caught on to Anima, which had been out for a while. Yep. So those are the two albums for me that I'd go to first. But I don't know. I love it. I think I was we were listening to all sorts at the time, but when I got that Anima album, it just something happened and I was just hooked.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a listen because, like I said, I've never got into them, but I've also never really given them a chance because it's like Jane just said, we still listen to the same shit we listened to back in the day. Back in the day, I never listened to them because I was listening to other shit. But yeah, everyone always hypes up about Tool, but I've never jumped on board.
I can listen to some songs, but I'm not going to go. I'm not going to their gigs because I couldn't get through a full set. I don't think because the songs I couldn't even tell you what the names were, but they're the ones that have got the most play commercially, I suppose. Yeah. And I'm not fussed if that gets cut out while I'm listening to it. Like I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of it's all the albums are so different, but like there can be a lot of slow building and this sort of stuff, and there's a lot of there's a lot of messed up times being used, and all the bass, the guitar, the drums, they're all off on different tangents, but it still works. And then Maynard, the vocalist, is just a beast. So.
Yeah, I like his voice. He's a good singer. He belts out some shit. Yeah. Not a fan of music though.
Yeah. But other than that, the same stuff you guys listen to, man.
I thought you were actually going to say you're a huge Rammstein fan.
Yeah, well,
that's the thing. You
Except
had
for that last album.
no.
we
Whoa,
were
forget about
training.
that one.
We were at the gym, and he was like, "Oh, new album's coming out. Yeah, they put a fucking thing on Instagram, and blah. You're talking to me about it." And when the album came out, I went into it wasn't even on like streaming, so I went into JB's, bought the CD, chucked it in the car. 2 or 3 songs in, I'm like, something's gonna get better, and it just never did. So I took the CD out and stuck it in the glove box, and it's been there ever since. And I was talking to you about it. I'm like, bro, what's going on with that Rammstein album? It's not Rammstein. And then you're like, nah, you were like really trying to defend it. And
Yeah, of course, man. I was like heartbroken, you know, like
it took them long enough to come out with a new album, but then it just wasn't that
Yeah.
great.
it was pretty
Yeah.
meh. But
Did you buy vinyl or did you just get CD? Or?
no, I never bought the vinyl. I just Spotify.
Okay.
But
I actually spent money on the fucking
but you,
$29 they hit me up.
I've got
I
every-
didn't after
I've got
what you
every-
said about it, yeah.
yeah, I think I've got all the others on disc. But live, did you guys see them live?
I'd love
At
to.
whatever
We've
it
talked
was.
about that.
Yeah, if they ever come to Australia, and if they don't decide to come to Perth,
So
like
where
most
were
bands
you?
don't, we'll head off and see them
Yeah.
in Melbourne or something.
You weren't here because I saw them here not long after I arrived here. So
Oh, that would have been a big day out.
it was one of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're on, I think, the same year Manson came. Like early on.
I get them all
No,
mixed
no.
up. I remember seeing Manson quite early in the day with his
What year was
sunglasses on.
that?
Oh, back when I was still at fucking
Maybe
school, like maybe younger school era or
So
something.
he hasn't been here.
No.
You haven't been here that long.
this would have been. So I got it 2010.
I would have been.
So
living
maybe
in the States.
2012, 2013 or
Yeah.
Fuck, how
something.
did I miss
Oh.
that?
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
that
know
was
that.
that was either a Soundwave or a Big Day Out, one of the two.
I'd say it was a sour because Big Day Out fizzled. They were just doing like radio music for
I
a long
can't.
time towards
I
the end.
honestly can't remember. It was awesome. I remember arriving in Perth, coming from New Zealand, and being like, "What? We get to see these guys now?" Like, whereas a lot of the time they don't make. You know, we never had Soundwave
Yeah.
back home, so that was
yeah, I
sick.
missed
And then
Yeah, no, I didn't even know that happened.
I didn't even
But
know that
you'll-
because I would have went for sure.
You're,
Yeah, no.
you're fine. You probably already found you run into the same issue. Not too many massive bands come through Perth. It's very like the last couple of years we've had a lot of good metal gigs, a lot of good acts come to Perth. But prior to that, it's like fucking Perth. Nah, we'll just do the eastern states. We'll just do
Yeah.
Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane.
Half the time
Sydney.
Adelaide misses out now too.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, they can just drive across the fucking border. I suppose it's a good 2-day drive for us to get there if we want to do that, or an expensive trip flying. But
yeah.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Well, back then Perth was pumping. There was a lot of money around the
We
place.
used to have a lot of shit in Perth. Like we did have a
Yeah.
lot of gigs come through, and then they just all stopped. And I know that whole incident with Soundwave didn't help. Where old fucking dickhead mate ripped everyone off.
what happened there?
The promoter for Soundwave still owes people money now.
Jeez.
That's why there's no longer a Soundwave.
Yeah, right.
I think the last big one that he still owes Slipknot money. Well, they could have settled that, but I'm pretty sure they still owe Slipknot money. But another good one we've seen recently from your home country, Alien Weaponry.
Yeah.
They
Those-
quick bit of news for anyone who hasn't seen it. They've just parted ways with what's his name, Ethan,
The bass player.
young
yeah.
bass player.
Yeah.
They got a new bloke in. But went to the gig with Guy, and he happily photobombed both mine and Jean's fucking photos with the band. Just you and your big fucking
Yes.
tongue hanging out at the back.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm so awkward in photos. I was standing like this anyway.
What
so I
was
had
that?
to-
What did I photobomb?
Yeah, you
with,
photo, but you jumped into all of everyone's photos. You're like, and you
I just
fucking
jumped
back.
in.
Yeah.
Every time
Yeah.
someone say photo of the band, we'll line up, like have a photo, and you're just in the back there. So everyone's going on going, what, is this bloke one of their roadies, or like, is that security, or is this fucking bloke?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know what happened there, boys. Sorry about that. Too many fireballs, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think we're drinking fireballs that night, were
Oh,
we?
man, I would have been
We're
drinking
on the
fireballs.
jacks.
No, I think there were a few shots at the start.
No, what my buddy, that was at, what's the name of that joint?
Badlands.
Yeah, so my buddy's the VM there. And he was hooking it up.
He was giving you some shots. as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
Tim.
That was a good gig though. They had all the Kiwi fellas in the back done the hucker at the end of it.
That was impressive.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
I've
right,
often
yeah.
seen that in, you see it on the TV,
See it on
and shit like that, or
sports.
movies,
Mm.
but it's not like being there while they're doing it. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, that was good to see at the end of that.
Yeah.
It was a fucking shock because I was like front row almost like.
So I was like, I was front row, and then I hear
and,
it all going
and all I
on,
hear is
turn around, and then
turn around and all these fucking tongues hanging out from some bloke's mouths, fucking dancing
It's
around.
fucking awesome. Man.
It was good. They
Yeah.
say like if you go to a sporting event and you watch it, like at the rugby or whatever they do it at, the All Blacks.
Yeah, they always
That's
do it.
massive, apparently.
And everybody loves it. Yeah,
Yeah. We don't have anything like that in Australia.
but the boys will do it at anything. It'll be your uncle's 50th or whatever. It's just like a paying your
Just
respect to
traditional thing.
whatever just happened, and when they feel it, they just do it, and it sort of comes out on the spot. But it sort of puts everyone sort of sits back and goes, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
That's
No,
pretty cool.
It's good to see.
Yeah, it's got a bit of energy behind it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. No, it'd be good to see if they because they've just lined up a bunch of tours. I think they've been saying they're doing shows, but who the fuck knows where they're doing shows
Well,
because of
before
COVID.
COVID, they were touring non-stop.
Oh, they were on
They
fucking
were
every.
flat out.
They were on every metal poster. Regardless of where you
Yeah.
are on an international poster, like headlining or bottom of the barrel, to be even like an opener for that would be fucking amazing at that age.
Yeah.
Now they got a shitload of gigs, but fuck,
Yeah.
they're very talented.
But they did. I saw on Instagram. You can check it up if you want. I think they did have posters coming saying they're playing gigs somewhere. I just don't know where gigs are being played, unless it's just all around New Zealand.
I've
Yeah,
no
maybe
idea.
they're back home doing it over there.
Yeah,
Because I'd assume they're in the studio again writing. A lot of bands are, like, say, Cradle Filth's back in the studio.
yeah,
Yeah.
And they're writing at the moment. I suppose it's perfect time. No one can tour. And that seems to be the way to go too. A lot of live gigs now. Everyone's doing either Twitch gigs
Streaming
or fucking
and, yeah.
streaming gigs
Yeah.
Fuck.
where you pay a ticket. I know Behemoth has one coming up. Trivium's just done one, but I think they done it on Matt's Twitch account. So I don't know if you needed to pay tickets for that or if it was free.
Yeah.
It just seems to be the way the bands go now. They can't tour. They still need money, so they're doing live streaming gigs.
People will take it.
Oh fuck yeah! People are desperate to see live music.
Yeah, that's what I like. I'm trying to get out to go to local gigs now. Like, but they start too early. That one we went to on Saturday kicked off at like 6 o'clock. By the time we got there, the last heavy metal band was like they had 2 songs to go.
Yeah,
on,
they were pretty
and
much
then
done.
there was a half an hour intermission or a 45-minute intermission where it's just a DJ playing. I don't know what music. Wasn't the best for a metal gig. And then we had a cover band finish up after that, and I was just kind of
like
over it.
80s cover
Like,
band.
Yeah, the first couple of songs were alright. To be honest, probably didn't know them because it's like,
Yep.
what would you say, Van Halen or something?
I
like
think
that?
they opened up with some Sabbath and
Yeah.
they played
Shit
Maiden,
loads,
all
dude.
sorts.
But they were good. The quality of the music was good, and the singer can fucking sing.
Mm.
Not really what I want to see at the end of it.
Nah, it was they. I
Like,
mean, they were good.
We walked in there, and you're like, "Fuck, is that sounds like Cannibal Corpse." The way
Yeah, they
the
were.
music was.
Yeah.
That was fucking good.
Yeah, that was good.
That
Yeah,
was
they've been around for a while.
But we were spending half the time at the bar
Trying to get a drink.
trying to get a. I don't even know what that was.
We were trying to get a Jack Daniels, but we think they gave us just fucking rinsed out cigarette ash.
It was rank,
Yes.
It
man.
was
Yeah.
fucking
Eh?
horrible. It was,
Every
the,
drink was different
the,
too.
fir-
It
the
was
first
fucked
drink
up.
was like overly sweet. It was like pure fucking cola syrup or some shit.
Mm.
It was so sweet with nothing in it, I think. Just hopes and dreams. And then everything else they gave us
Yeah.
around the other side of the bar was just like fucking bitter and nasty.
I don't know what was going on. We were just
It's like,
trying to get them
it's
down.
like they poured a beer into an ashtray, swirled it around, just added a bit of Coke. Coca-Cola, not fucking white powder. And it just tasted fucking horrible. Like,
Nah, wasn't the one.
you had to wait for the ice to melt, so it just like diluted it a bit.
Diluted a bit. Yeah. See, I,
Fucking rank.
totally different altogether, but that made me think about when I was having these. Well, actually, it wasn't even me. It was my cousin Stacey. We're over in Bali, and she had well, she's having all sorts of drinks that night, and every time she got up for a piss, I drink a drink. So if you drink, Stace. But she comes back and she had like this lemonade. I was like, "You've been fucking soft on me. Just drink the lemonade." She's like, "No, it's lemonade with vodka." It's like, all right. So I had a taste. I was like, "They ripped you off. There's no vodka in that." So, "Oh yeah, there is." I was like, "No, there's not." She went back, got another shot, tasted again. Take it back. There's fucking no vodka in that. That's just lemonade. She went back about 4 or 5 times, and then I'm still drinking. I'm going, "Tell them cunts you want your money back because they're ripping you off. This isn't even vodka. They're just giving you fucking lemonade." So my auntie grabs it and tries it. She goes, "Oh fuck no, there's vodka in that. No more vodka." I don't taste it. But obviously you boys weren't that pissed that you didn't realise that there was actually whiskey in it. But
Well,
yeah.
Jack's has a very distinct taste.
Oh fuck yeah!
That's
like that
why-
time we went to
Amps.
Amps.
Yeah.
That was not Jack's.
They were pouring something out of a Jack's bottle, and it was not
It was
Jack.
not Jack's.
It was
Yeah.
not Jack. I think I spoke to you briefly about it. I won't go into that conversation.
Wasn't that the
because-
same night he got me maggot on fireballs?
No,
Then I
there's-
lost you in Northbridge when looking for pizza?
No, that was the time before, but it wouldn't surprise me if we had an issue with the
Was I
booze
there? I don't know.
Yeah. You
Oh,
came, that
Which gig was that?
Pantera night.
Oh,
you
that
came
was-
in late,
that's
and you were
right.
just
that
like,
was
shot. You get every
Oh, yeah.
round, you bought
And then
shots.
you didn't want your shot side yours, and
Yeah,
Kate didn't want
had
her
to.
shot side hers.
Couldn't get it.
And yeah, and then I went for a piss down a street, and then I lost you, and
That's right. We went home.
I ended
Yeah,
up getting
yeah,
an Uber.
You guys were gonna do something.
You were off to get a pizza, and I stopped for a piss, and then I lost you.
Yeah, I remember Kate coming out of nowhere,
Yeah,
and then
was
she
at
wouldn't
a-
drink her shots, and I was like, hey.
Yeah, she
Oh,
was
shit,
at a.
that
So
Hens
we
store
had
the
was
to-
on.
Hens too, yeah.
So then we
She's
just
at
got
a
into it.
Hens. But, man, that Pantera gig was a good fucking gig.
Yeah, that was badass.
But more gigs like that, I think, is what I'm after. And the gig that we went to Saturday, you really need to get there at 6 o'clock, which doesn't work for people who work afternoon shift or who are doing like a night service.
Yeah.
But all the other gigs we've gone to at Amplify, they all kick off at like 8:30.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
bands run till midnight. These guys were, the last band came on at 10, I want to say, or 10:30 or something like that,
Yep.
maybe.
Yeah, 10:30, I think.
And they played, 10, because they played 10 to 11. And by
Alright.
the time they come on, everyone had fucked off. People
Yeah,
got
no.
there,
Didn't make it down for that.
had their pizza, had a shit Jack Daniels and played a game and watched some bands, and they fucked off before the last band. It was,
Yeah.
You didn't miss much.
no. Kind of glad we didn't go Friday night, because we're going to go the Friday gig as well.
Yeah, I had no idea who these bands were, and I wanted to
Well, Friday. Well, if
suss it out, but
Avicerus would have been playing, they're a fucking awesome band.
who?
Avicerus.
They were like
Oh, yeah.
early in the bill.
If you see them on a bill, go check them out. The bass player's a mate of mine.
Yeah,
from
right.
Up in Northam.
Shout out to John's mate.
Shout out to Jesse and the boys in Avicerus.
Oh, Jesse, if you're still a vegan, he does a killer vegan burger.
Yeah.
If you're ever in town, hit him up.
There you go.
Plug in
Plug in
The Veganator.
the Veganator.
The Veganator.
It's spiced cabbage on a cabbage roll
Go,
made out of
go away.
potato bread.
Don't listen to him.
But no, yeah. If you ever see them up with a gig, they put on a fucking good show. Especially now with their new singer Cody.
Mm.
He's fucking sick.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I
Who's
saw
the-
the
Who's the band we saw with the Viking stuff? The dude wearing the chainmail.
Wrath of Fenrir. That's
Yeah.
Aiden. So he was a singer from Septillion.
Yeah.
He goes all out.
Got their
Full
album.
chainmail.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, so Jesse plays in that too.
It's
So
weird
is
seeing
the
from that
drummer.
because when I saw Septillion with you at the Hellhole, that's a good fucking venue. There need to be more gigs there. Hellhole's good.
Where is that?
Behind somewhere else around another street down the
It was
corner.
just
no
like
one knows.
across the road from the highway or something.
Yeah, something like that. It's like on a
In the city?
yeah.
I don't know. We Ubered it there, so I wouldn't
It's
have
not-
a clue how to
yeah.
get there.
But when I saw him there, you're like, oh, this is the guy, this is the singer, and he was like done up in his corpse paint because it's like black metal. Were they black metal?
Black and death metal.
Black and death metal, and the rest of the band were like, I think one of them was wearing a dress. I can't remember. Or I'm thinking about
What was
the,
there at a dress?
the bass player was taking piss because he was wearing like really long fucking shirts and shit.
No,
I thought
that
it
was a
was a
different
Sheila.
band we
Oh.
saw, and you're like, did they have a
Oh.
chick bass player? And then he finally looked up and he had a big beard.
Yeah.
I can't remember what.
I can't remember.
That was a totally different gig though. That
Oh, was
wasn't
it?
that same gig. Yeah.
All my shit runs together. Anyway, I saw this guy and I thought he was like this real fucking serious, painted up death metal guy, black metal guy. And then I saw him at the Viking gig. I'm like, oh no, he's an average Joe. He's got a sense of humour. He's taking the piss of himself on stage. It was actually
Yeah,
good
right.
to see, but that music was fucking good. I think Kate even enjoyed that.
The
Those
Viking
gigs.
stuff.
Yeah. She liked a
Yeah.
couple of bands that night. She listens
Well,
to
try
ABBA.
on Amana Marth.
That's
Shit
what I
like
was
that.
thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose for anyone that says Viking metal, they all go to Amana Marth because it's the most well-known one. But
Weren't
Yeah,
you
it's
saying
the
they were
first
like
stuff I heard.
whinging they're not saying they're not Viking metal or something?
Amana Marth, yeah, apparently they've had interviews where they're like, people call us a Viking metal band. We're not Viking metal.
We're Vikings who play
You
metal.
sing about Viking, you walk around like Vikings, you have your big fucking horn to drink out of, like, you're Vikings, mate. Just
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, there's a few gigs, a few bands, local bands I wouldn't mind seeing again.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
Yeah, I think there just needs to be bigger presence in Perth. There's not even a lot of like, unless you guys tag me, I never even see the shit.
Well, that's where I'd never go on Facebook, so I just fucking, unless someone tells me, like, if you send me a message or whatever, I don't know there's gigs on. Or unless, like, if Jesse goes, oh, we're playing at this gig or whatever, and then I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, right.
no, that's one to check out. I suggest check out Avicerus. If you
Well,
can.
hopefully now we get to see a bit more.
Even
'cause it's-
Wrath of Fenrir too.
Mm.
Like the band we're just talking about. Like
Yeah.
they're fucking good too. They're a complete different lineup though. When I saw them years ago, they've now got a complete different lineup. I think maybe the guitarist might be the original member,
yeah,
but
right.
everyone else is in there. But I mean, it fucking sounds good, so why not?
One band I really want to come back is Nucleus. and I say that a lot, and I listen to their music a lot as well. Tell Jaden to pull his finger out his ass and
Jaden,
fucking get a gig going.
pull your finger out your ass, mate.
Or just come and serenade me. It's
No, I'm joking. I know other things from Jaden's side of things. I'm not going to say anything on the podcast. But
No, that's cool, but we need gigs. You're a band. Do your fucking job.
We.
To sound like a complete arrogant cunt. Like, no, I've been hanging out for him. I only seen him twice, and that was earlier in the year, I think. Or was it last year? I can't remember. But that first gig I went to, that was good.
Oh, they're
Real fucking
man.
good. And
Tight as fuck.
the new music they've been bringing out this year,
Didn't you come to us?
awesome as
Come
well.
with us.
No, I've never seen him.
Oh, there's another one I can suggest you see when they play live next
Yeah.
Nucleus.
Yeah.
I thought you'd come to one of the gigs.
No, I don't think so.
Probably because they all just, like you said, they all fucking mesh in.
Yeah,
Especially when we get
It's
that
a bit
fucking
like
shit
that.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's it.
yeah. One gig to another's
I saw the video though that dropped a few months ago. Was it?
with the blue. And
Yeah, the
red
blood.
mouth and,
Yeah, that was.
The
that
one
was
he
sick.
filmed in his bathroom.
Yeah, right.
In the bathroom, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was
Fucking-
badass.
Well,
He
he had
sucked
no
on a
choice
bun.
with fucking quarantine and shit.
Yeah,
You know, or
yeah,
not
but-
quarantine, but social distancing and all that. He had no choice.
Blue food dye or something in his mouth. Spitting
And
everywhere.
tea light.
Yeah, right.
What the fuck's a tea light?
You know what a tea light is? One of them little fucking lights. Little candle.
Candle.
But obviously he didn't put a real candle in his mouth, one of the battery operated ones.
Oh, right. That's a bit strange.
Hey, it fucking worked. It looked sick.
It did, but alright.
But, yeah.
Special effects, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why I like movies. I can't tell the difference between real.
Another band I'm looking forward to seeing again when they play again is Watermonic.
I've
They
seen it.
recently released an album. No, you haven't seen
I
them
haven't
yet.
seen them yet.
They're full black metal. Like,
Is
yeah,
that
full black
who's
metal.
the drummer? Is that the
Dan.
Dan Graham?
That's the
who's
guy I
talking
wanted to
about?
get to do my drums.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, like we talked about before, with the family tragedy and shit, everything got put on hold. But this year I'm starting to get back into releasing my album.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, I got to hit Dan up about it. I've just been so busy with everything else that, yeah, get into it when I get into it.
Yeah. Jeez.
But yeah, there's a lot of fucking Perth bands, and I'm probably forgetting a lot that I wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah,
Solemn's another one. Like we talked to Jackson.
Yeah, that was writing
Solemn's
new
another
music.
band that I really wanted us to do.
They were doing new music as well
Yeah.
during lockdown. Or-
Last time I talked to him, he said he just got back from holidays and he was going to go and record vocals.
Yeah.
So whether that happened or not, I don't know how busy his schedule is. But yeah, there's fucking heaps of Perth bands I wouldn't mind seeing again. But just because I don't get a chance to come down as much, I don't know who's playing where or when, and it's just I need to start getting out more.
It's like they need, like, instead of maybe just, I don't know if there might already be, like, because everyone lives on Facebook these days as much as I fucking hate it, but maybe someone should just, like, head a group, like a Facebook group, closed group, where you have to go in there and
There are groups. There's that.
probably.
no, but like
Perth
just
Gig
one that
Guide
just
or whatever.
advertises nothing but like metal gigs.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need Gig Guide because then you're going to know every time fucking Taylor Swift comes to town, and no one cares about that. I want to know when local bands are playing, not mate,
Yeah.
fucking whoop whoop. There's just not enough presence.
There
There's
used
not
to
enough.
be a site I can't remember the name of the site, but they used to advertise for band musicians and shit too.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I can't think of the site.
Maybe if Jaden's not gigging, that could be a project for him.
No, he's got enough on his plate as it is at the moment, mate.
Well, fuck it, we'll do it.
Yeah, that's.
We'll just get in contact with as many bands as we can. We'll just fucking put it on our website. People can go to ETI, whatever fucking our website is. What is it? Wix. It's a free.
www.eti.whateverthefuck.com.
It's it's in the description below, but it's a free Wix website. We're not paying for it, so it's
Yeah, right.
wix.com / whatever the fuck their grub is, and then that's all it is. So you just go to the website. Maybe we should just put a upcoming gig and just try and get in contact with as many bands as we can and just put it on there.
Yeah.
Why not? Doesn't cost us anything.
No,
Doesn't cost them anything. It's
Or you just
just a text message, really.
scout through all the fucking local band pages and see who's advertising gigs.
Yeah.
But
That'd be cool. There needs to be something more local where everyone can get it. Because that's the reason I lost going to a lot of gigs, even international ones. I just didn't even know they were fucking coming to the town half the time. I didn't even know half these gigs were on. So,
talking about international gigs though, or international artists, did you hear that new track that Marilyn Manson dropped recently?
no.
For his upcoming album?
I've
Really?
been listening to his old stuff.
Fucking shit.
Oh.
Shit
I
hot
mean
or
that in
just
the nicest
shit?
way. It is absolute fucking shit.
Oh, no.
really?
In my humble opinion, people. But
And what
It's just
like eat me, drink me shit or
just shit. It's like real mellow. Just it was possibly acoustic. It's that unmemorable that I can't remember if it was just fully acoustic or not. But I think it was like a sort of acoustic number. But he's got a new album coming out. I think I want to say October, but I could be wrong. But yeah. Well, we've talked about it before, because I mean Manson was big for me when I was in my teens, real big, and then like I've probably mentioned before, after Golden Age of Grotesque, it all just turned to shit.
I didn't get onto Manson until late because everyone used to give me so much shit because I was the first kid in our high school in Victoria to buy Slipknot's album, and because of who they were, and everyone thought they were just shit and blah blah blah, and so everyone who was listening to Manson, I never really listened to it. I used to say, "Oh, fucking Manson," and I used to like sprout off any rumor that people would say, like, "Oh, he took his
ribs,
his ribs so he could suck his dick." I'm like, "Oh, you fucking listen to a cocksucker." But then like, and that was that, and I did end up liking the music, and I still like his early stuff. Yeah, but I didn't get into it late just because of that. But I'm not even like a massive fan of Golden Age of Grotesque. Like, is it Hollywood or Hollywood? It was before
Hollywood.
However he spelled it, Holy or Hollywood?
Holy.
Because he's on a fucking cross in the air. So, like, that was a good album to me, but then when Golden Age came out, it was a bit... That's when it started.
A major jump from that to... Actually, we're not going to talk about this because we'll make it a podcast in itself.
Yeah, it's another video.
Which
but
means
anyway.
I'll have to listen to his latest shit. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention it because I saw it pop up the other day.
Yeah.
And your old mate Corey Taylor released a film clip for one of his other songs that I haven't bothered listening to.
Not gonna either. I love Slipknot.
You heard that one he brought out?
I used to avoid
Yeah, fuck.
old mate. I'm afraid at all costs, no.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
my thing.
he was just in a... Like, we're not doing a news segment, but he was just in an article that I read quoting... Well, I'm not going to read the quote because I don't know it verbatim, but in a nutshell, he's saying, like, he enjoyed making music with people that weren't miserable. So if Stone Sour's run its course, the last album he made was a Slipknot album. Dun, dun. What does that mean for the future?
With the amount of money coming
Like-
in from Slipknot, he's not going to stop doing Slipknot anytime soon.
No, but that just means the music's going to get miserable, more miserable. I think the next album's going to be All Hope Is Gone Vol 2.
Hopefully not. They really need to take it back to the first fucking couple of albums, that sort of era.
I'm not like Vol 3. If they brought another album out like that, I'm on board fully. And that wasn't even like one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, you didn't fully
No,
get in
no,
that one,
I like this pretty much. I like the Slipknot albums in order until it gets to the Grey Chapter. So like debut Iowa Vol 3, and then it's like the new album, then Point 5, and then All Hope Is Gone. Like,
I'm just saying it's a shame that they did get rid of Joey because he reckons he's got a whole backlog. Like he'll just be writing songs and he's got a file that he goes, nah, that song wouldn't suit Vimic and that song wouldn't suit whatever the fuck that other name of his other band is. In what is it, Sinsanium or some shit?
yeah, something like that. It's got Black Label or something.
So he reckons he just fucking grabs that and chucks in the folder for Slipknot.
Yeah,
so I suppose
right.
he's possibly holding on to the hope that one
Yeah,
day
did
he'll get
you-
the call and go, yeah.
Did you read the same thing I read where he was saying he's got heaps of Slipknot material basically sitting
I
there?
saw that ages ago, yeah.
Yeah,
It
reading
was
right.
something along that. Because
You
there was a
don't hear
video
much.
come up with him playing a song on acoustic out in...
Yeah, that'd be
I wanna
funny.
say India
Is
or
if
somewhere.
like if they kick out another member or another member leaves, and then next minute you got Joey, Chris, and that other member starting a band.
That'd probably be quite fucking good.
That'd be fucking awesome.
As long as that other member's not Clown.
No, Slipknot's his baby.
That's something else that's going real quiet is the whole thing with Chris. You see
Yeah.
about the lawsuit and all that shit.
Oh yeah, what's
That's all going very
That was
quiet.
like news for
Yeah,
like
yeah,
6
yeah,
months.
that was
There's
a
a
big
lot
thing.
of back and forth, and then all of a sudden now
Yeah,
there's nothing.
fucking
Now he's got a CBD
disappeared.
company, or
Yeah.
he's working with a CBD
Oh, really?
company. Yeah.
Well, maybe they paid him
Yeah.
out of court and that's the money he put into his new company.
Oh, these cunts
But
have money
surely
anyway.
someone would fucking...
You don't do 15, 20 years of world touring, be so shit with money that when you get kicked out of a band, you have fucking nothing.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that's
Some people
absurd.
do though.
Yeah, that's because they're probably shit with money.
Well, if they got drug issues like they claim he did.
but you still be getting money, no?
Royalties.
That was the whole point of the lawsuit was
Yeah.
they reckon he wasn't getting the money he owed, which I thought if he was going through a divorce at the time,
Yeah,
then if the wife's turned around going, he's in Slipknot, I want my fair share of the money, and the accountant's gone through and said, well, hang on a minute, you reckon he's got this much money, he's only got this much, where's the rest?
Mm.
I reckon that's how it's all come out about him going, hang on a
Yeah.
minute, you cunts been ripping me off,
Where's
where's
the
my
rest?
fucking money?
Yeah.
But I could be wrong, I'm not in the band, I know nothing about it, I'm just going off my own fucking thoughts on what it could be.
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong altogether.
Yeah.
But that's the way it's seen from a lot of the write-ups I read about it.
Yeah. Without being a fly on the wall in those situations, no one ever knows. It's all speculation.
What we
Yeah.
need is we need a tell-all book from Mr. fucking Joey Jordison. That's what we need for that
Pretty
part
sure
of
he
it.
said at some point he said he was doing a book, or he started writing, or excuse me, he had something cranking. Fucking burgers coming up. Tastes delicious. No, I'm pretty sure he said something was in the works and they were doing something about it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows? He's
But
like
then
a
how
hermit
much is
these
he
days.
actually gonna be able to put due to legal reasons?
Oh
Probably
yeah,
fuck all.
yeah.
Because he would have had to sign all sorts of shit when they kicked him out.
And you know how Motley Crue done the Dirt book or whatever it was, and all their shit. If they didn't write it themselves, and it was just one of the band members came out and wrote it, there wouldn't be half that shit in there.
No.
The tape.
And there's a lot of things as well now with that Motley Crue that they turn around saying, oh, that might not have actually happened. Because they received a lot of backlash. Like there was a thing where I think it was Nikki Sixx was in the closet with some girl, and he's come out and tagged in Tommy, and Tommy's went in there and fucking done her as well. And then people were kicking up about, oh, you know, that's classed as some sort of rape and rah-rah. So then they've turned around and said, oh, well, that might not have actually happened. We might have just put that in there for the book. You got to think I was doing a lot of coke at that time.
It probably did happen, but for new age legal reasons, because of the whole shit that's happening in the world now with the Me Too and this and that, and you can get sued for shit that happened 50 years ago.
Yeah.
It's smart to say, well, we only put it in there for the dramatic effect.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Like, so you don't know how much in these biographies and shit or autobiographies that is actually true, or it's just put in there for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, you literally can't tell the truth these days without getting sued in America. So,
well, that's the thing as well. Like that in a book is more entertaining for people to read rather than, oh yeah, we done some coke and then we fucking went and partied for 3 days straight.
Next thing you know, what's going to come out is Varg didn't really kill Geronimo. He fell down the stairs himself onto a bunch of knives. I can't remember the kid's name.
No,
Euronymous?
Euronymous. Euronymous.
Geronimo.
Didn't you hear what it was? He fell through the plate glass window, and that's why he had all them stab wounds in the back.
Oh.
Did you end up watching that last night? All right, we won't say any more. Then we don't want to spoil it for you. But
Well, that's news anyway. Right?
well, yeah, you obviously know that Varg knocked off Euronymous.
Yeah, but no, I haven't seen it yet. So
Because what made me laugh was Necro Butchers came out and said, I too was on my way to kill Euronymous, but Varg got there first. So, rightio, mate.
He's a weird one. He's in the media sometimes doing an interview or something, and he's like all fucking. He'd be pissed off if he didn't, like just drinking beers, and he'll say some shit, and then he goes back and like reneges and says, "No, I didn't mean it that." And he's a fucking
Well, you would
weird
have
guy.
seen the one when Sam Dunn tried to interview him, the guy who done that full series.
Yeah, I
And
think
he's
that's what I'm
who's-
thinking of.
Who
And
told
then-
you that?
Yeah.
Fuck them and fuck you, and he's fucking.
And there's been a few other interviews where he's been like that as well, and he's sort of over time he's like kind of apologised for saying that, and he shouldn't have been so direct and all this. I'm like, oh man,
Nah, he's a funny dude.
the fucking world.
I actually bought his book that arrived the other week.
Yeah,
I bought it thinking it was a full-on autobiography, and it's mostly pictures.
I was gonna say it's a picture book, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it has got some writing. I'll have to read it, but I just with everything else going on at home with the renos and everything, and fucking my other projects on the side, I just haven't had a chance to sit down and read it yet.
Yeah.
But that'll be an interesting one because it sort of tells up. Well, I think it sort of tells up from the beginning of Mayhem up until Varg knocked off Euronymous, and then he's got another one coming out that's from there till now type thing. I
I
think
wonder if Varg will read it and do a YouTube video saying, oh,
they took him off YouTube.
oh, did they?
Yeah, ages ago they fucking took Varg off YouTube altogether.
He didn't set up like a secondary or anything?
I think on some other like YouTube, I don't know what, but yeah, he's elsewhere now. But yeah, no, they shut him down on YouTube. They took
What
him
for?
off.
Talking
I
shit.
suppose because everyone just sees him as he's a racist murderer.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
like, it's not that he's that racist. He's just saying like, why are we going to let everyone take over our country and turn it into the rest of Europe where we can't even go down the street and all the rest of it?
Mm.
You know, we're going to be pretty much outbred is the way he sees it. And so he's going, you know, why wouldn't a white person marry a white person type thing? And to keep our breed going, you know?
He's
Yeah.
Norwegian,
Everyone's
isn't he?
just going,
Where are they
yeah.
from? Fucking Norwegians.
and
some messed up units. Eh?
he's just, yeah, he's another animal. Plus, he was stockpiling multiple guns and ammo, and
Oh my
because
god!
he had
What a fucking
plans.
trip.
What's
It
going
was a
on?
church burner, but then he had plans on actually blowing up a church. I can't remember which church, but because he's like, well, it's made out of brick. You know, we can't burn it.
Yeah.
So apparently, after he got arrested for Euronymous' murder, they found all the had plans on blowing this church up.
What?
Is that cocked up or is it still going? We've had video issues before,
Cameron's too hot, apparently.
so it stopped recording.
No. Your GoPro
Got it.
cools down.
It's still flashing.
It's still going.
All right, we've
Oh,
had
we'll
camera
wrap it
issues
up then,
before.
eh?
Yeah, so that's 40 minutes.
We've just dribbled shit. But the whole point of this is our mate Guy. Check out his burgers. They're fucking lovely, and you'll be seeing more of him in the future. So cheers for coming on, mate. I know you're a bit nervous, but you got through that all right?
Yeah, no worries.
See, it's all right after the first 5 minutes, eh?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. All good.
All right, cheers everyone for
Sweet.
watching.
Yeah, cheers.
Usual thing, all the details down below in the description. Check us out on all the
Are you setting up a
social
website
medias.
for your Burger Freak?
No, we haven't even started that.
Well,
But
yet.
you'll be on Uber Eats, won't you?
Yeah, we have Facebook. We have
Instagram.
Instagram.
We'll link all
We
that in the
will be
description
on-
below too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Sweet.
All right, done.
Sure.
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 Sure, bro.